was a little bit in this course. Let me remind you, whenever you have like something, a doubt, or a topic or an exercise wasn't clear when I explained, or maybe wasn't cleared when you were checking the sentences and you want extra, pues, extra information or extra exercises about it, let me know. If I keep advancing and then you don't stop me at the right moment, that would be not complicated, but obviously you will have that moment not clearly, and well, like I told you, everything is part. Okay, not because this lesson it was very difficult for me, so I mean I am not going to pay attention. No, that is not the objective. Okay, so the point is that here, uh, once that we check most of the information that we already checked, the exercises in the book, because the point is that you don't have any doubts, or in case that you have, well, they'll be the list or the list, and well, you'll have the chance in the other exercises to do a good job. Okay, so in case that you have any doubt, please let me know. Okay, so I can give you 2, 3 more examples, and maybe in that time you will catch what the idea is. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, guys. So I don't know the rest. 6:08. Okay, so let's start. Well, with yesterday, the TOEFL exam, this is longer. One skill 1, 2 to 8. And well, you need to check only 8 skills in 10 sentences. It's not like one sentence per skill is coming to check. No, because imagine when you, well, in fact, the next lessons that we are checking, when we finish all the topic, the skills are what, 9, 10, 11, 12. They are 4 more skills. They are 12 in total. But when having the exam, they are only 10 sentences. So you have 2 extra. Which skills are written in the exam? We don't know. All right, we don't know.
Okay.
Okay, so if you are ready and I am ready, so let's open in the book in page 113 for the TOEFL review exam. Once you are open with the book, let me know.
Ready.
One student ready?
Ready.
Ready? Okay, well, let's check the exam. Mayra is here. Mayrita, open up the book in page 113. So we may check the TOEFL review exercise skills 1 to 8. Ready, Mayrita?
Hi, teacher.
Hey, hello.
Hello.
Are you ready in page 113?
Wait a minute, please.
All right.
I have many problems with my internet, but I'm
Really?
here.
What
Yes.
kind of?
It doesn't work.
Well, here I'm listening to you really well.
Yeah, but it's because I have to move to other place.
Okay. So, Inora. So ready with the page here?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. The answer number 1 is what you need, letter C. 2, book. 3, C. 4, C. 5, A. 6, dinosaur. 7, C. 8, book. 9, dinosaur. And 10, A.
Teacher,
Yes, tell me.
can you repeat 4, 5, and 6?
Of course.
My internet is failing due to the error.
Yes, of course. 4, C. 5, A. 6, dinosaur. And 7, C. Okay, so how many ticks did you get in this one? How many, for example? How many, Gabriel?
I didn't hear the instruction.
No, how many ticks in this
Oh.
TOEFL exercise?
Oh, 10.
The 10 corrects?
Yeah.
Perfect. All right, that is good, man. Juanito.
Yes, I had 10 to 8 to 7.
The 10 correct ones?
7,
Yes.
7 to 10.
Okay, Mayra.
I have 8.
8. Jair.
7.
7 out of 10. Okay, there you go, increasing. Okay, and Dinora, you can text me here in the chat. Yes, and let me know. All right, Mayra, do you want to check another one?
To check what?
Do you, I don't know, do you want to check another exercise?
About this exercise?
Do you want to check the previous exercise or no problem?
Well, the number 6 is the number that I have incorrect.
Okay. But I mean, the previous exercise, the TOEFL exercise skills 6 to 8. You don't want to check it. It's okay. Yes? Great. Well, in the page 112, there 112. Did you do that part, students?
6 to 8.
In the page, en la 112, in the page 112.
In the first exercise,
The first exercise, did you do it?
Yes.
Yes, correct and incorrect. Did you do it, that one?
Yes.
Yes, okay. That was your homework. Okay, so I'm going to tell you what the correct answers are, and then you check yourself. The number 1 is correct. Two, incorrect. The coordinate connector is in the incorrect position. 3 is also incorrect. Yes, right there, we don't have a verb. We don't have a verb. Sorry. The parents get the phone number.
Yes, is.
I know, we don't have
verb.
a subject in case a problem with the
So
in case a problem with the children. No, yes, we don't have a
After
verb.
no subject.
No, yes, we have a subject, a problem. In the number 3, a problem is a problem with the children. That one is your subject, but we don't have a verb. The sentence is incomplete. A problem with the children, what? Is at home or something.
Okay.
Okay, number 4 is also incorrect. The connector, as soon as, is also incomplete.
Okay.
The number 5 is correct.
Yeah.
6 is incorrect. The government was overthrown in a revolution. We don't have a connector in the number 6. 7 is correct. 8 is correct. 9 is incorrect. After while, the connector, we don't have a subject, we have a verb, it's snowing.
Okay.
And the number 10, this error, students, even though it's together, no, needs to be separated. Mistakes like this also are in the exam. Okay, so be careful in this part. Okay, guys. Do you remember, just by any chance, relative clauses connectors? Anybody just by chance remembers relative closest connectors? No, guys?
No.
Okay. These connectors are all the WH. What, when, where, why, how, whatever, whenever, whether, if, and that. I separate if and that, and well, number one, because if is part of the conditional sentences and they are considering it as a connector. And I also separate that because most of the time, this is the only connector students use a lot. What I mean is, and right here, I also need who. Okay, so for example, when you are using these connectors, the recommendation is you use the correct connector according to the subject. For example, if my subject is Lalo, okay, and I am going to describe something about Lalo. Yes, Lalo was a pilot. That is the description of Lalo. And obviously Lalo is a person. Okay, so I need to select the correct connector in order to connect, yes, two clauses or two ideas. Who? Okay, who? Lalo was a pilot who, let me see something. Who he had retired 1 year ago. Okay, well, in this case, Lalo is a person and Lalo receives the connector who. Yes, all the sentences, and I repeat one more time, subjects and verbs. And in my next clause or my next sentence is also subject and verb. All right, so this is the way that we can connect, all right, to sentences. There is another form. For example, when Lalo retired, comma, he went to live to Australia. Australia. Okay, in this case, we are retaking part of the previous 6, 7, 8 connectors. Yes, when, remember, that is an adverb of time. But right here, we are also using it as a connector. Yes, so it is necessarily to have a comma. Yes. And we have another form. In case that you haven't copied, okay, in a moment I return. We can also say, when Lalo retired is not important for him. Okay, well, what we have here? We have this connector that is when. We have Lalo retired. Subject and a verb. Yes, and what is for you? Another verb. In this particular case, it is possible to repeat a verb. Yes, and it is not necessary to write a comma, to use another connector. No. Why not? When is connecting the action of Lalo that he retires and that this retirement is not important. Okay, two actions for Lalo. Okay, so here, what you need to learn and what you need to practice is to learn to use these connectors. In this lesson is four skills to analyze in different forms. And you need to have this capacity to memorize and to analyze how and how many parts you can use using relative clauses. All right, so I return one more time. You have this sentence. Yes, like this. And this sentence is correct. You have a second form. In this second form, it is also correct. Okay, and you have a third form. You have a third form. Yes, and also this form is correct. So you need to have, like again, I repeat, this capacity to identify the three different forms you can use these connectors, right? Then this, in fact, this first lesson that you are studying is the longest, having more connectors. In the other ones, we are reducing the number of connectors. Why? Because we are going to get some specific connectors, and you will see that this connector, it is only used for this purpose, and it has only one. Okay, so maybe the lesson is enormous in information, but also it has limits when using in a different form. Questions so far, students? No? Okay, commonly, yes, I'm going to use blue. Sometimes for students, it's easier to use that. Lalo was a pilot that he had retired 1 year ago. That Lalo retired, he went to live to Australia. Sorry, no Dan. Yes, again, we are using that. And the same case here, okay? So my recommendation is do not use many times that, because it sounds very repetitive. In a couple of sentences, introduce. But if you have the correct connector, yes, for each subject, use it. What I mean is, what is for objects, when is for time, where sorry, is for place. How is the process. And who is the person. Okay? Whatever, whenever, pues is the same. Okay, whatever for objects, whenever for time. Yes, and that is the only one which applies for all of them. But I repeat, don't use it, yes, for everything. Once, because I always say this to students. When you are saying, I went to a place that is really beautiful and that has many restaurants, and then that place is super nice because you can find things that, I mean, that. You sound like a gun machine. So my recommendation is use the correct relative clause according to the subject. Acapulco is a nice place where you may go and eat seafood, and just in case you want to spend a nice vacation that includes everything, you can go with your family who, and you continue, right? You continue, but don't use many times that. Yes, the students. So far in this, all of this grammar that you have seen, is there a question? Is there a doubt?
For whatever, whenever, whether.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, whatever is also for all objects, whenever it is for time, and whether is for here is because here whether is it applies for objects, for times, for places. Whether you apply for the exam or wait for a little bit. Whether you eat a torta or a sandwich. So here it includes for everything, whether.
Okay.
The most important is that you learn the formulas. And right here, I am going to write the formulas.
Yeah.
Formula number 1 is subject, verb, connector, subject, verb. Number 2, connector, subject, verb, comma, subject, verb. And number 3,
Subject.
connector, subject, verb, and we repeat the verb. These are the 3 formulas which may apply in order to do your analysis, to analyze the sentences are correct or incorrect. Okay, but the 3 formulas apply like this. Like I have said to you, in case that we don't have a connector here, pues obviously the sentence is incorrect. In case that here we don't have a subject, pues obviously the sentence is incorrect. In case that here we don't have the second verb, pues obviously that in that momento the sentence is incorrect. Things like this are the ones that you have to analyze. But having all the complements, all the grammar structures, your sentence may be correct. Questions?
But the rule 2 and 3. Oh, no. I see the comma is the difference.
Ah, yes. Between the 2 and 3, the comma is the difference. Yeah.
Thank you.
I mean, in the number 2, in case that you have a comma, automatically you need to have a subject.
Yeah.
But if you don't have a comma, also, this is part of the incorrect sentence. Again, when you are in the exam, yes, speaking, not really, because like I've been repeating during all these days, in speaking, it is more informal to use it. Okay, although the condition is that you learn and practice to speak a really good English. I am not saying formal because these, in case that you use these formulas, it doesn't mean that you are speaking formally. No, what you are using is an English that is really cool, really nice, with all the structures and really understandable. Okay, so not because it's always and it's mandatory to use subject and a verb. Oh, pues this English is super formal. No, 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 guys, it is not. This is the way, this is the form you need to talk. In fact, my English is not formal, guys. Okay, I have this combination,
Okay,
formality and informal. But what I have learned is to use the correct structures. So when I am speaking or establishing a conversation with someone, the other person understands me, my message, okay, and what I mean. Okay, I'm not using like chunking pieces. I told you, sometimes we listen to American people. Yo querer ir, comer tacos, pastor. Okay, so that is the way that they communicate because their Spanish is bad. So this is the same form when speaking English. Yes, and you don't use all the grammar structures, not the grammar structures, let me change that one. All the necessary words, all right, they are listening the same, but now in English. All right, listening just the same. So try to use all of this. This is not formal. This is the nice form to talk, even to write. Yes, to talk, to write, and to read. Okay? Further questions, students? No, no questions? Students, no questions?
No, teacher.
No.
So far, okay, thank you. Well, now go to page 115. There. The first part, you have an example. Yes, you have one space, was late, cause many problems. What you need? A, B, C, or D? Remember that we are checking connectors, relative clauses, one, all the WH words. So, what do you need? A, B, C, or D?
A.
Exactly. You have was, that is a verb. Cause, that is a verb. So right there you have a formula. Verb and a verb. Okay, that is the, that is the number 3 formula. You have a verb and a verb. Okay, but you don't have a subject and you don't have a connector. So you need a connector. Letter A is the most suitable. Like he got late, caused many problems. The driver is just a subject. But if you keep looking in the sentence, you don't have a connector. So no, that one I put it away. There is not a connector. It's just a word. And because, well, because it's a connector of cause, but I don't have a subject. The suitable, letter A. Okay? Well, in the middle, you have noun clause connectors. And you have the words there, what, when, where, why, how, whatever, whenever, whether, if, and that. You have the 2 formulas there. Subject and a verb, connector, subject and a verb. I know what you did. Then you have noun connector, subject verb, and the repetition of the verb. What you did was wrong. Okay, right there, they only include 2 formulas, but I include the third one. Yes, why the third one? Because you know how to use this. When, again, is a relative clause connector here, and it's a time connector in the previous skill that you have studied. So you need to have, and you need to be aware and conscious that when has double participation here and in the previous skill. And we have others. Okay, sentences 1 to 10. Down. Number 1. when the season starts is determined by the weather. When is my connector? The season is my subject. Starts is my verb. Is another verb determined by the weather. Subject, verb, verb, the sentence is okay. Number 2, the manual, how the device should be built. The manual is my subject. Okay, is the number 1. Aquí en la computadora, right here on the computer. Is the formula number 1. Subject. I have a connector. How the device is my subject. Should be built is my verb. But I am missing what? The verb. The manual what? The manual is cheap. The manual is lost. I don't know what happened to the manual. Yes, I have the second clause. I have a second conclusion, but I don't know what happened to the manual. Incorrect. Yes. Okay, students, it's your turn. Sentences 3 to 10. Apply the 3 formulas here are, yes, on the computer, or in case that you have written down on your notebook, apply them. 1, 2, and 3. Three more minutes, guys. Has somebody finished? No? Nobody has finished?
Yeah.
Gabriel, no, you
Yes.
haven't finished.
Yes.
Okay, Gabriel. Juanito?
Finish.
I'm finished.
Okay, Mai,
Yes, I'm finished.
Jair.
Just finish.
Okay, guys. So let's check. Is
Not
your,
sure.
your turn, guys? Is your participation? Okay. Only the exams, I'm the one who participate a lot, and I'm the one telling you the answers and why, in case that you need an extra comment or you have a doubt, etc. Okay. Okay. So, Gabriel, solution number 3.
I think is correct.
Exactly. It is correct. Somebody has a question in the number 3?
No,
No. Okay. Juanito, number 4.
Is incorrect.
Tell me the reason.
Is no connector.
No connector.
No connector.
Let me see. Exactly. We don't have a connector. Thank you, Juanito. Mai, number 5.
I think that it is incorrect.
Reason?
It because we don't have a subject
Exactly. We have
and
talk.
it is
but
talking
it's a
about.
verb. Yes, but we don't have a subject. It's the formula number 1. Perfect, dear. Thank you. Jair, number 6.
Is incorrect
The reason?
because no correct.
No correct. So it means that it is incorrect.
No, is correct.
Is correct for you. Yes?
Yes.
No, Mr. Jair. It is incorrect.
Mm,
Is the formula number 3. Is the formula number 3. You have a connector. Why? The condition of the patient. Yes, subject, deteriorate, verb. Yes, and I need verb. And right there you have another subject, it. Yes, so we have to eliminate it. Why the condition of the patient deteriorates so rapidly was not explained.
Okay.
Okay, I return to Gabriel. Gabriel, number 7.
It's correct.
Perfect. Questions? Number 7? No. Juanito, number 8.
Is correct?
Is correct. Okay. No, man. No, Juanito, it's incorrect.
Incorrect.
How many connectors do you see?
2 connectors.
What are the 2 connectors?
That and yet.
Exactly. So we don't need 2 connectors. We only need eliminate that. Yes, and then that will be enough.
Okay.
Mhm. Yes. Maybe I forgot to tell you that. But anyway, here you can see on the formulas. Yes, those are the only 3 acceptable formulas. 2 connectors in the number 1 is not, in the number 2 is not, in the number 3 is not.
Okay.
Okay, so it's only 1 connector per sentence. Yes. Maybe it's possible, mister, but we need punctuation in this case. Yes. In the number 1, what we will need is a period. Yes, and then start another sentence. In the number 2, I don't know, a comma. The number 3, maybe the same, a comma, and then we can. Yes, but anyway, okay, the sentences start with a subject, depending, all right? But 2 connectors together, never. Mayra, number 9.
It is incorrect
Why?
because okay.
Because what?
There isn't a connector.
Exactly. We don't have connectors. And we need one because the skill is about having connectors in sentences. Thank you, Mai. And Jair, the number 10?
I don't know. Correct?
It is correct.
Yes.
Yes. Tell me.
No.
Tell me, Juanito. No? Okay. A moment ago, I told you 2 connectors are not possible, but here we have one small exception. He always talked with whomever he pleased. He talked, subject and a verb. My connector is whomever. But teacher, you didn't write the connector whomever here in the list. Something that is going to happen in memorizing these 4 skills, something that is going to happen in these 4 skills is that the last sentence, the number 10, usually introduces one extra connector that you will use in the next skill. So whomever, yes, is a connector. He pleased, subject and a verb. And just by something, they insert and. So this and is connecting.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's connecting 2 ideas. Yes, and did whatever he wanted. Okay, so I told you in the sentences, they introduce more information, yes, that in some occasions can be the exception. All right. So and is a coordinate connector. Ah, so here is another structure. Okay, and with this structure, maybe if the idea also here apply students interpretation. I'm not saying translator, interpretation. If I interpret the idea of this sentence and what the message is, it sounds, I don't know if you have applied that one. Ah, it sounds correct. So it is a correct sentence. No, it doesn't sound correct. It is incorrect. Okay. So interpretation is that the application of the sentence having this common sense. For example, my interpretation in Spanish will be, él siempre habla con quien él le plazca. Y lo hizo cuando él quería o cuando él quiso. So, we also say that one in Spanish. Why not in English? Okay, students?
Okay.
Well,
Teacher,
yes, tell me.
I have a question. In number 6, it is incorrect because there isn't a verb. It's a connector, a subject.
We have an
missing
extra.
verb.
We have an extra subject, it. Why the condition of the patient deteriorates so rapidly was not explained. You have to eliminate it because it's a double connector. Double connector, double subject.
Okay.
Okay? Well, like I told you, now you have whomever. In this particular skill, what you need to focus on is on 3 particular connectors. What that I told you that is for objects. Yes. Who that is for person or people. Yes. And which. Yes, that is also for plural nouns. And I'm going to make this one a little bit. What is for singular object? Yes, a singular object. And which is for plural nouns. Singular, I'm going to write better. Singular noun, yes, and plural nouns. Yeah, okay. And here we also have whatever whomever and whichever. Yes, and also here in whomever we have whoever. All right, but now you have to be more specific in using these connectors. So what you need to pay attention to, for example, my phone is a device who I use for my school projects. My phone is a device who I use for my school projects. Okay, so I'm talking about my phone subject, a verb, my connector, yes, and again, subject and verb. Okay, but here is what you need to pay attention. My phone is a person? No, my phone is not a person. So this connector is incorrect here. Okay, so here what you need to focus on is to use in the sentences the correct connectors. My phone is a device. Also, let me see. Also here you can use that, yes, or what I use for my school projects. Remember that is a flexible connector which you can use, yes, for everything, because sometimes, but teacher, you didn't write here that. No, I didn't include it, and I will. That it works for the three connectors. For what, for who, and for which. All right. Why? Because sometimes we have sentences like this. Students read books which are about chemistry and history. Okay, which is my connector and is my analysis of today. Now, which is for students or for books? What is your opinion, guys?
It's for books.
For books, exactly. All right. Now, books is plural. My connector is plural. And the extra information talks about chemistry. They are books. And history. They are books. All right. What is the formula? Check. The formula is the same that we used in the previous one. Subject, verb. Yes, right here we have connector, verb. Okay, only here, yes, we are not including one more time the subject. Why? Yes, because the subject is doing the two actions. The student reads, yes, read what? Books. What are these books about? Chemistry and history. Okay. Another like here. Let me tell you something. Who read books? Let's put whoever Whoever reads books is an intelligent person. Whoever reads books is an intelligent person. Now, my connector here, my connector has one duality. This connector is a connector, but this connector is also a subject. When I mean a subject, is he or she. And it's not necessary to name it. All right? Why? Because it has this duality. It's a connector and it also receives the personality of a person. Read is my verb and is a verb. Whoever reads books is an intelligent person. Subject, verb, and verb. If you remind here behind, right here, connector, and it's a subject, verb, verb, the number 3. Now it is a connector, and it's a subject. We have a verb, and we have another verb. Right there you have it. Okay, students. So we include more details to this particular skill. Yes, your center. What? Singular nouns. Who? For person or people. And which? For plural nouns. That is the, well, we call it in Spanish comodín. Yes, is the word that you can use in the three connectors. Questions so far?
Books is another subject? Or not?
Again, no. Your subject,
Whoever?
whoever is my subject, exactly. Yes, your subject is always beginning your sentences.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to say this one in Spanish. Estos tres también pueden actuar como personas, ¿ok? O sujetos. ¿Sí? Entonces, tienen que darse cuenta cómo va estructurada la oración. Porque no solamente son connectors, también van a ser sujetos ahora. ¿Ok? And I put this subject, lo escribí aquí, who. Pero también lo puedo utilizar con what, ¿ok? For example. Whatever is good for humans is whatever is good for humans. Let me write something. Whatever is good for humans. Okay, can be also good. Okay, it's just an example. Okay, for animals. Okay, whatever here has dual. It's a subject and it's a connector. Is my verb Can. Can. My verb. Okay. I'm not saying one subject in specific. Okay. But here, obviously, this message is whatever. What's whatever? Yes, I don't know. Food, medicine, but something here is good for humans, and this is also good for animals. Okay, so whatever, whoever, and whichever may have this double personality as a subject and as a connector. Okay, students?
Okay.
Yes?
Okay.
All
Okay.
right, let's check here. Yes, one example, one more example here. Yes, open up the book in page 116. Okay, page 116, automatically there, skill number 10, use noun clause connector subjects correctly. Connector and is a subject, and you have one example right there. I don't know what is in the box. I, subject, do, not know, a verb. My connector, what? My verb is. We are concerned about who will do the work. Subject and a verb, connector, verb. Whoever is coming to the party must bring a gift. Whoever is a connector and is a subject. Is my verb, must bring my verb. All right, the three sentences now are correct. Obviously following what you have learned, the formulas, connector, subject and a verb, connector, verb. Yes. That's it. Okay, go a little bit down in the example. You have one space. Was on television made me angry. You have was. That is a verb. Made is a verb. So you have a verb and a verb. You need either a connector, subject. A, B, C, or D.
Sí.
Letter C is the suitable. What was on television made me angry. Something, an object on television. When? No, because when is a time connector, and right there, we are not looking for a connector time. Turn to the next page, 117. You have a chart. Noun, clause, connector, subjects, who, what, which, whoever, whatever, whichever. You have two formulas. I know what happened, subject and a verb, connector, verb. You have connector, what happened was great. Connector, subject, verb happened, was. Happened, verb, sorry, was a verb. Okay? Questions? No? Okay, I continue with the sentences. Number 1, the game show contestant was able to respond to whatever was asked. The game show contestant is my subject. Was able, my verb. Whatever is my connector. Yes, I need a verb. Was asked. Whatever is a connector and is a subject. Number 2, you should find out which the best physics department. You, subject, should find verb, which connector, the best physics department, subject, and the verb, which the best physics department is, or which the best physics department has good condition. Okay, I need a verb right there because my statement, my idea, my message is incomplete. All right. So students, let's start with the number 3 to the number 10. 3 to 10. 1, 2, 3. In case that you have questions, I am here. Okay, guys. Time is almost over. I don't know if you have finished, Gabriel.
Yes.
Yes, Juanito,
Yes, teacher.
Mayra,
Yes.
and Jair.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Well, check again your sentences. Yes, and tomorrow I will tell you what the correct answers are. Okay, because time is over. All right, students? Yes?
Okay. Okay.
Well,
Yes.
see you then tomorrow. Have an excellent night. And bye-bye.
Bye.
See you tomorrow.
Thank you. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye.
Teacher,
Yes, tell me, Mike.
I finished the previous exercise.
Which previous exercise?
The other classes.
The one that you repeat?
The skill number 1 to 5. And I don't have the correct answer. I think.
What is the page?
Let me check. Exercise number 1 is tengo copias. It's on page 99.
99?
Mhm.
Ah, okay. I was asking you for the exercise here and you say, no, teacher, I have it.
Yesterday, but I finished.
Okay, in page 99.
Mhm.
Okay, so let's check really fast. Only this one? Yes? The number
I-
3 is incorrect. No, no verb. The number 4 is incorrect. The verb provides is provided. 5 is correct. 6 is incorrect. The assigned text for history class, that is my subject. It, double subject. No, eliminate it. 7, correct. 8, incorrect. The departure before done both in the middle. Ah, we don't have a verb. That one is a long, really long subject. 9 is incorrect. Yesterday is not a subject, it's a time expression. And 10, the new machine is processing, no processes. Processing. All right, so it's incorrect.
Okay.
Okay, Mai. See you then tomorrow, girl.
Okay. Ya terminé también los otros ejercicios.
Sí, pero por eso cuando estaba checando te pregunté qué ejercicios vamos a checar casi al inicio y ya no me dijiste más, me dijiste, no, ya no. Por eso me quedé así, dije, pues si tú eres la que me dijiste y continué, porque ya ahorita van a utilizar el Zoom.
Ah, ok.
¿Sale?
Sí, gracias.
Okay, Mai.
Entonces, mañana le
Tomorrow.
pregunto.
Yes,
Gracias.
tomorrow. Bye bye.